That's a ceiling. Right? Now, I already was later on ETN. And
Let's go,
maybe
boys.
it's because of how his points came.
Let's get in a
last
B.
year.
B.
And a lot of it came from receiving touchdowns, which I just don't think is that predictive year after year to occur again. And outside of that, he was kind of like a whatever, right? So. And I do think I prefer the 2v2 of like Myers, Malik versus like Kyler. Kyler Dobbs, honestly, I like a lot too, so that could have been fine. I mean, ETN is a little dead zone-y, in my opinion, but that's fine, right? Like, those guys, the average is like 14 points per game. That's okay in best ball. Let's go Jaden Higgins. I think Jaden Higgins is an upside swing. There's a small chance I get Stroud at my next pick. He's a player I just don't get as often simply because of the range of the draft he goes, but I don't want that to be the case. Like,
Let's
at
get
the
some
end of the day,
Higgins.
I want to be betting on year 2 players drafted high who showed something to end the year.
Week 20.
And, you know, like, Nico Collins' breakout year comes to mind as, despite me starting really into him when he was like a 17th round pick, and then he climbed to like the 12th. I ended up liking on Nico, despite like I was like 100. I was drafting him all the time when he was like 17 through 50. Then he went up in price, and he fell in this range where I was going QB.
I'll take McCaffrey. No problem.
I was going running back, so he just kind of like fell through the cracks for me, and I don't want that to be the case year in and year out, where it's like I simply need to take some of these wide receiver bets in round 8 through 12 because sometimes these guys are going to be the Nikos, the God, why am I blanking on his name? The Michael Wilsons of the year, blah, blah, blah. No, I don't think this is a logical reason to be taking Higgins, that Nico will get hurt, but we all have our process. I'm always excited for NFL season getting closer, Brock.
So when's the first preseason?
Oh, we're getting closer to August, man. These no basis declarative statements, they're coming. As the channel gets bigger, we'll get more of them too.
Football game. I'm guessing it's August 6th or some shit. Oh, literally August 6th. Nice. Love to see it.
I'll rarely look at my exposure.
Oh, let me get Jamar.
I mean, this year though, I just don't really care. Like,
let me get Jamar.
I'm content to.
Don't do it.
Like, ultimately, like, this is a tournament. This is one tournament to me. The DK Millie, the BBM. It's a one tournament, right? And my goal is to win. My goal is not to maximize a 5% ROI. I can live if I get $0 back. I'm trying to jam the winning lineup, and I don't care if I am 4% lower on a certain player here. I just don't care, right?
So?
We do see Kamara go pick 150 in this one. I think that's a logical range for him to settle in.
150.
Did not get Stroud. I think this is a good time to just rip a QB. Kind of prefer to go Daniel Jones to Cam Ward. Yeah, we'll go Danny Dimes. Why?
150, around 13.
Well, I don't know what his rushing is going to be like, but I do know that he profiles more as a rusher. Of course, I could backstack Cam Ward with guys like Calvin Ridley, Gunnar Helm. but I don't need to stack Daniel Jones. And with the quarterback room of Purdy and Malik, if Daniel Jones is slow to start, or is
who was
not
the
really
first
giving me
preseason
spikes
game?
until later,
I
that's
seen it was
totally
August
fine.
6th, but
And I already have more Kim Ward. What are you specifically paying attention to during camp? That's an interesting
Panthers
question
and the
that
Cardinals.
changes each year, Brock, because
nah, disgusting.
I think year in and year out, these beat reporters dupe us all. And so, like, some
Hopefully, we get to
years
see a
my
little
takeaway
Jeremiah
is, like,
Love.
don't listen to anything. But
Okay.
probably it's just like, I want to hear about the two in Chris Rodriguez split.
Like
I want to
half.
hear about
Is it gonna
the
load?
Bills wide receiver 3, like all these ambiguous spots. I want to hear about the Texans wide receiver 2 and 3. I want to hear about the Browns room. I want to hear. The main thing to care about is like who is catching passes from whom, probably, and also
Chase Brown would have been.
I want to hear when most beats think a player is breaking out, although they're wrong all the time.
Wow.
By the way,
H-Han's
exciting
available?
news. Invited Mason Dodd on the channel, the biggest fantasy football guy, I think, out there. We're doing a draft next week.
Bowers, though.
I think next Thursday.
Taking Bowers. H-Han is falling like a brick.
I mean, I would like to. There's.
I have a ton of
I want Trey
Chan,
Tucker,
so
and I want Hunter Henry.
let me beef up on some Brock.
I think ultimately, I'm going to
Broccoli.
do Henry because I don't have a tight end yet. Kind of the tail end of a tier.
Okay, 0.5. I've done this once already. Okay.
Well, okay, here's. As someone who was paying attention, for the audio listeners, he said, gotcha. I didn't pay enough attention to
Damn,
camp the year
Glad.
Puka broke out.
Glad
So I
and
don't wanna
Ibuka
miss
up
that
here.
game.
Interesting. I like
First
that.
off, there was a
strat.
lot of Puka chatter, but
Nico
that
Collins
doesn't. There's chatter every year.
wanted to fall.
The reason why I was jamming Kyron is I thought he was going to be like a Theo Riddick-esque guy catching a lot of passes. I did not foresee him being who he is.
Reese
Okay,
or
so I
Smith?
drafted probably more of him than anyone out there. And still, I didn't understand I was drafting who I was, right? So got a little lucky there.
Smith
I just knew he was gonna give me points.
Rashid?
The biggest reason people were drafting Puka
I don't really have
had
Rashid.
nothing to do with Puka. It had more to do with the fact that Cooper Kupp.
I'm gonna
was
load
hurt,
up on
and they were just trying to
Brees.
be like, who's next,
Fuck it.
right? So
I'm loaded up on Brees.
yeah.
Give me Brees.
Davis, I think, is on vacation, so I'll reach out to him when that settles in.
Caffrey, Bowers, Brees start.
When do
I
they
fuck
not
with
take
it.
a shot at me? Said you had all the angles? I don't even know what that means. Maybe they meant angels. But I don't know if you're the most reliable narrator.
0%.
Dave, so it does not bother me. Water off the back. The team is Cook, HN, T. Higgins, ETN, Mike Evans, Tootin, Lemon, Purdy, Addison, Myers, Willis, Higgins, Daniel Jones, Hunter Henry. Yeah, that is my guess too. There was a user named Poker Liam. Well, so there is a Checkers Liam, and I think there's a Checkers Dave. So I don't know. People are wilding out. I don't consume a lot of content of others, and I don't care enough, so I will not be doing that. Maybe a fan of mine just wanted to get my name in discussion. Scribbling's probably the responsible pick, but I do like Schultz. Yeah, okay, we'll go Stribling. I have a ton of Kirk. I have a ton of Evans. I have less Pearsall, and I have some Stribling, and there's a lot of picks I like there, but ultimately the Purdy double stack is what I'd rather do. Oh, you made the name. Liam fan and Ship Chasing fan, so combine you two. Hope you drafted a good team, Ryan. I think it's fine to get weird and unique in some drafts, Charlie. In one underdog draft, I took Bowers and Brian Loveland. Catan Liam. They used to call me the Silver Tongue Devil, the Catan. I don't know what this means. Liam would only allow me to use the pool restroom if I were lucky. I don't know what that means at all.
Yo, motherfuckers are funny, bro. McMillan.
What round did you take Josh Allen, Ryan? Because I did a main event and I took Josh Allen as well.
I'll take him here. I don't really have much of him.
I got him at the
That's
end.
my wide receiver 1 as well. Very nice. Get him a little discount. Okay. Damn, JA in the 4th. Raiders, Jets,
3-4 turn.
Panthers. What could go wrong?
So I got good value on that one. That's what I thought at the time. Wow, Dalton Schultz is still here. For a team that needs tight ends, he is, like a tight end room of Hunter Henry and Dalton Schultz does not make you feel warm and fuzzy, but two dudes who literally averaged 10 points per game last year at very reasonable cost. They're kind of like the poster child of just putting together a tight end room late.
Damn, Loveland? Bowers Loveland? Probably shouldn't. Yeah, thank you. Another RB. Swift, DJ Moore. Swift, DJ Moore.
Well, Schultz is, he's just kind of a PPR appeal. He is a team stack as well, where I got Schultz
Swift.
and Higgins here.
1 wide receiver through 5. Let's see how it works out, guys. This is an interesting.
This is definitely a team where I could go
draft.
for tight end. Probably going to want a 5th running back here as well. So maybe call it RB, tight end, wideout. 3-5-8-4. Maybe. Or 3-5-9-3. Also in the cards. I don't know what's going on in the chat right now, but y'all are having one.
A little Chicago mega stack.
If you missed it, did a 5-5-5 draft. Hey, any golf hounds out there? Tell me who's winning. Who's winning tomorrow? I would have won the last major championship in DFS if I could have gotten Siwoo Kim, who has missed 1 cut all year. If he makes the cut in that, I win $1 million. Instead, I got 16th.
Ooh, very
Xander,
unique.
Don't mind the shout. Wow, pretty crazy discount here on Greg Dulcich. I get a stack
receivers to
with
fall, boys.
Malik Willis, and I have the stack now
yeah.
Cook, Achan, Dulcich. Oh, Miami wide receiver room, that's definitely one I want to hear about in camp 2.
Let's hear about it.
Caddy Kev ominously says, I'm not allowed to give golf advice, period. What's up, Kev? Are you caddying the event? Are you barred from your state from giving golf betting tips? you a terrible golf suggester? We got to deep dive into this one. You can't just say this with a period and not don't think we're gonna pry on that. The DK Millie does have more entrance.
All right, two receivers are there that I like, so fuck it. Mekhi Lemon.
If I could guarantee Trey McBride has the same season as last year, where would you draft him?
Or should I go QJ Herb?
It's a fun question, man.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll go Parker Wash.
Is he scoring 24 points week 17 as well?
I'll go P Wash. I like Jacoby Myers, though.
Probably.
Later. At cost, you know?
The 1-2 turn? With the period, like you've been sued before. I know, right? Like that's how I read that. I read it as like he's literally caddying the event tomorrow, or something like that. Like there's a story there. He's gone in the dark. He's not responding to my golf inquiry. Malik Washington, ADP has juiced.
Check out these
Where are you guys
receivers.
at?
Oh, Herb. Oh, yeah, QJ Herb.
I have no idea. That's why I have them ranked together.
I wonder if he would have took Herb. Oh, yeah, he's McConkey. Yeah, I would have never got that. Glad I didn't do that. Holy shit. We're good on RB right now. Definitely need to beef up my receiver room.
I'm going to do Pat Bryant right now.
DK
Mull that one over for a bit more.
Cortland Sutton. Pierce. Rodgers. Knicks. Daniel Jones.
Oh my God, DJ Giddens goes. I was planning on taking Giddens to stack with Daniel Jones. I need to look up the Colts wide receiver 3. I forget his name.
Alec Pierce here. A. Pierce.
But I've been hearing some buzz about him. Obviously, the rumor is Keenan Allen could land.
I like Alec Pierce, man.
Ashton Doolin. So
Hopefully
probably
his
between
ankle's
like
good.
Ashton Doolin.
I love Cortland Sutton as well.
Keenan.
Metcalf. Oh my God, this guy went 1-6.
What a
Metcalf,
fun choice.
I don't know. Not really a Metcalf fan, but Pittman's there, so now Metcalf could just focus on bombs.
Oh, Caddy Kev says the
Maybe that's
PGA
better
Tour requires the players and caddies to complete
But I think Pierce.
a gambling course.
I think I've seen a video
Gambling
recently where
advice falls into that.
I don't know if they got a
I'm
new
not even
OC,
on
but
the PGA Tour right now.
and Pittman's gone, so
So does that mean you're allowed?
He's
to
gonna
give
be running
gambling
more,
advice,
you know,
or what are you saying? You
over
said
the
you couldn't
field
give it to
routes
us.
and all
Or
that.
maybe you hope to be
some
on
more
the PGA
yak, you know
Tour.
what I'm saying?
Is that what you're saying?
And then he obviously has that deep ball threat. So you know what? It's a great.
Yeah, Scotty
I think it's a
Scheffler
great
actually
swing.
broke into Caddy Kev's apartment and just ripped the internet out.
You know what I'm saying? I think it's
I don't mind jamming Bateman, honestly. I see the case where it works. I'm a little anti-biased against him, which is how bad he was and that I've been drafting him, but all right, let's get a running back, and then we can choose between these dust balls.
Trevor
Right?
Lawrence.
The same choice is still there.
Interesting.
Lucky us.
Interesting. Brock
Sure,
Purdy as well.
George Halani.
Oh really?
I have very little
Yeah. Let's see what happens.
Charbonnet. I have plenty of Price. I have some Emmanuel Wilson. I have some Halani.
Let's go Trevor Lawrence. We got the Parker
So,
Washington.
Yeah,
he's at
kind
a
of a
discount.
mess. Like this is a
We're
place
gonna lock
we
that
want
in.
clarity too. Exactly.
And
what's
we're gonna
going on with
hope
Seahawks running backs.
We get a nice receiver. Jacoby.
I'd pick Jared Goff at the
Could
Golf
go.
101.
Could go. Purdy could be an option as well.
Nick Westbrook Akine is not someone I would consider taking
Just a lock in like
simply because he
two
burned
good
me last year.
QBs.
We all have
After
our
this,
biases, right? Why are folks still drafting Ayuk? I think it's pretty obvious why. He either is or isn't going to sign. I probably won't be adding a ton more to my bags, but because I have a lot. But if I had 0, I would want him. Optimal landing spot for Booty. Probably Commanders, right?
All right, Purdy goes. That's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and get Jacoby here. Mega stack.
Oh,
it's not a mega stack, but
you know, on the Corn Ferry Tour.
Nice little Jacksonville stack
your
here.
Dude that you caddy for balls out.
Washington, Myers, Lawrence. I like that bet. I like that Jaguars bet. And
okay,
let's see.
What are we doing here?
Are the Jaguars in the top?
With the tight end room with Henry, Schultz, Dulcich, I'm fine at tight end.
Let's see. Let me ask chat. Well, let me put it over here.
Like, there's still definitely guys to like in this group, but I don't feel the urgency.
What about
to do it, and
the Jaguars?
I think rolling the dice on Colts wide receiver 3 is a fun low owned prospect. Dolphins wide receiver as well, Caleb Douglas is an option I could really add to that stack.
It's not giving me a
I think
thing, but
I think we're just gonna shuffle them.
We're
gonna do
they
the
should
good
be
old shuffle.
competent enough this year.
Jobin
Cullen year
sent me
two.
$5 of 555, and thinks that's gonna get me in a 555.
555.
Ashton Doolin, welcome to the squad. How many people are in it? You got to answer that question for me. If there's like 2 people in it, good luck, dude. If there's 10, I can be your 11th. Oh, by the way, I definitely misspoke about the DraftKings promo. I thought it was like draft 2, get 300. No, that's not what it is. All right, my team finished up while I wait for Jobin. Thank you for the super chat to answer. The team is Brock Purdy, James Cook, Devon Achane, T. Higgins, Mike Evans, Mekhi Lemon, Hunter Henry, Travis Etienne, Bishal Tootin, Jordan Addison, Jacoby Myers, Malik Willis, Jaden Higgins, Daniel Jones, Stribling, Schultz, Dulcich, Pat Bryant, Halani, and Doolin. I have a friend who we would call Keon Doolin, so. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think Keenan is the more likely guy to get
probably not the double tap receiver.
There's been some buzz about Doolin.
It's the 10th round. I only have 4.
There's been some buzz. Michael Pittman's gone.
Yeah.
What I like
Definitely.
about this is
it's been on a year 2.
Big dog. How many people are in there?
Year 2. Dobbs is gone.
What I like about this is I did not intend to go ETN and 2.
Had a lot of promise last year. Kind of.
But after starting Cook and Achane, I got T. Higgins and Mike Evans.
He's going to be on the field
as
more.
Anchor wideouts. I took the discount on ETN, and then I took the round discount on Tootin as well. Both guys who are dropping for
Prize picks
reasons.
God.
Then I got Lemon, Addison, Myers, 3 stable wide receiver bets, I think, and finished up with some more interesting wideout bets. Higgins, Stribling, Bryant. I think they're all going to be producers. Doolin is in. There's only 2 people in it, dude. I'm sorry, Jobin, but you way overestimate my pool if you think I can get 10 people to jump in a 555.
555.
But yeah, I cannot get 10 people to just jump in that lobby at 9 o'clock Eastern at night. Then I got some stable quarterback bets, Purdy and Malik. Daniel Jones, we'll see what you are, dude. Henry, Schultz, and Dulcich is probably you look up the definition of a cromulent tight end room, it's this. And ended up with plenty of week 17
Dobbs
correlations.
goes. Okay, I like Higgins, or should I go?
The 49ers Eagles game stacked up. Purdy, Mike, Lemon, and Stribling. I got the Bills.
I should probably get a
Malik,
other quarterback.
Cook, Achane,
we just opened up Stroud.
And
we also have Daniel Jones.
I got some mini correlation with Pat Bryant and Hunter Henry.
What's my construction looking like? 2, 5,
and that's
8, 2.
it.
Yeah, I could stop at 2 for
Okay,
sure.
folks. Appreciate you
3.
for checking out the stream. Like, subscribe, join the Discord, link is below. I am in the process of moving, so packing a box.
Willie and moving. All right. I got a whiz, y'all boys. Cam Ward, Carnell Tate, Wandale, and more take over Miami. Put that to my watch later. 6 industry plants in fantasy football. It's actually kind of funny.
Nice hot. Where'd you get it?
Depop.
The industry plant is someone who
Spin it, spin it, spin it. Willis in a 12. Is that where he goes? Yeah. Feel like, I don't know. I don't know my average. Oh wait, let me go. Yeah. I should probably lock in a Stroud. Trish Rodriguez, Faller. Shit. That's another. Yeah, it's too much Jags. Too many Jags. Let's go Stroud. Too many Jags. Even though he's a faller. If he falls to the next pick, then I'll take him. But I have 3 solid backs. McCaffrey, Hall, Swift. I need Stroud. I have McMillan, so I can get Bryce Young as well. I could push. I don't have to go Daniel Jones here. I could go, a Gadsden. Brenton Strange, I'm actually willing to add on to the... Well, I have Bowers. I only need one more tight end. There's some tight ends I fuck with towards the end of the draft. Dolchich, Freiermuth. Gunnar Helm is interesting. Schultz, AJ Barner. I like AJ Barner a lot. Juwan Johnson. You know what I'm saying? So, Jones or Bryce Young? I'm going to go. Any of these wide receivers I fuck with? Not really. Let's go D Jones. Going D Jones. As my third Q. And then I think we need to hammer 2 wide receivers, 2 backs, tight end. But we'll see how the board plays out. But yeah, feeling a 3, 5, 8, 2. 4, I wouldn't say 4 backs. I think 5 backs would be good. 4 if I went, Achane, Brees, Swift. Achane. Woo.
who appears to have gained popularity naturally, but behind the scenes, the industry has been pushing them up the entire time, giving them attention, credibility, and opportunities that make everyone else believe the hype is organic, and fantasy football has its own version. A fantasy football industry plant is a player the entire community suddenly decides is going to be a superstar despite the production, talent, or opportunity not actually supporting it. One analyst ranks him higher than ADP, the next guy follows, It almost becomes a competition of how far ahead of ADP you can be of this player. And a good example of this was Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt last season. If y'all remember with Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, I actually selected him in the final round of the Flock League. My thought process at the time was, okay, he has some training camp hype. It's a very empty backfield, and at the same time, it's a really good offense. So I think he's a really good pick if you can get him in the last round of your fantasy football draft, because it's very easy to cut him after week 1 or week 2 if he doesn't do anything, right? Well, what ended up happening with Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt? Oh, he didn't really do anything early, right? I mean, he was on my bench. I wasn't able to start him. But instead of me having to cut him after week 2 when he only scored 1.7 fantasy points, the entire community was hyping up JCM, giving him nicknames, everybody calling him Bill, making memes, putting them on Twitter. And instead of having to cut him, I was able to sell Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt in the Flock League to Mr. Zachary Savage for Tony Pollard, and that was even before Austin Eckler went down with his season-ending injury.
Kamara
so
fourth.
In this video, we're going to talk about a ton of these players that I think the fantasy football community is maybe way too high on. I mean, analysts are pushing them up for, in my opinion, not valid reasons. But I want to stick with Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt just for 1 second, because a player can go from being an industry plant and the hype getting out of control to all of a sudden looking like a respectable pick in drafts. Like, at the moment, Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt is in a backfield with almost no competition, right? I mean, yes, Rachaad White is higher in my rankings if you're looking at the site, and I would draft Rachaad White over JCM because White has the receiving upside that Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt just simply doesn't. But here's what I do want to point out. The cost is actually pretty damn compelling given how much better this offense should be this season. We just launched on flockfantasy.com the consensus ADP page. Now, a lot of the stuff y'all got with the season pass last year was like Google Sheets that I would have to manually update once a week, right? And the consensus ADP sheets were just that. I was only able to update them once a week. However, the dev team at flockfantasy.com, they have done an incredible job to just connect all the different fantasy draft platforms to flockfantasy.com so we can get all the latest real-time ADP for you. And in some drafts, yeah, he's expensive. Like CBS, you would have to take him as a top 100 pick, which, I mean, there, if you miss, it actually is going to negatively impact you. But, like, your ESPN drafts at the moment, is an ADP of 129. Like, if you were to get Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt in the 11th round, and Rachaad White turns out to be the full-blown starting running back for Washington, and you need to cut
B-Rob or Sampson,
it's not harmful cutting your 11th or your 12th round pick. So I'm completely fine drafting him with the uncertainty that we have in this backfield yet again this year, even if the hype got out of control last season.
I gotta change my limits,
now, moving over to a player
that's not the worst thing, though.
Textbook depth.
That is not the worst thing that happened. Schultz, not a bad wide receiver, tight end too. I'm cool with that. I gotta change my limits. I did it one time because I had to leave. That's not horrible. That's not horrible. And then we have Stroud as well, so. I was thinking B-Rob to round up the round off the RB position. It's all good. Dalton Schultz scores 2 touchdowns, week 17. 150 yards. Jay Higgins, 1 touchdown. Stroud goes off. Tank Dell. Tank Dell. Do have a lot of Tank Dell. What's his status? Not participating in OTAs 2 months ago. Yeah, so we're not expecting Dell to be, we're expecting like a back half of the season, Dell making some noise. Yeah, Bryce Young. Fuck, man. I wish I never took. But if I never took D Jones, I definitely would have took Bryce like here or here. This is crazy. It almost makes me want to scoop. Sean Tucker. Ray Davis. Let's go Ray Davis. Gotta make sure I click draft. Fucking hell, mate.
Definition of a fantasy football industry plant. Let's talk about Josh Downs. Now, the easiest giveaway that the fantasy football diehards, right? The people making YouTube videos, listening to podcasts, reading articles, that group of people are way higher than consensus on a player is if their underdog ADP, their FFPC ADP is well ahead of where they're getting drafted on ESPN and Yahoo. And you can see right now Josh Downs is getting drafted at pick 90 on underdog. He's going off the board 91 in CBS drafts, 96 in the FFPC. So you're having to take him here in the 8th round, sometimes the 7th round in those expert leagues, where if you miss on a pick like that, that is detrimental to your team. And if we go through and if we look at what Josh Downs has actually been in fantasy football, because I know a lot of people want to turn on the tape and they go, oh, Josh Downs is a really good football player. Oh, Josh Downs is, all of a sudden going to be much better because Michael Pittman Jr. is no longer in Indianapolis. Obviously, Pittman going over to Pittsburgh. I don't know why that's that exciting. Michael Pittman Jr. ultimately averaged 11.9 fantasy points per game last season. It's not like there are 1,000 targets all of a sudden being unaccounted for.
You now got some buzz or something?
But anyway, what are you paying for? Josh Downs was the wide receiver 56 in points per game last season. The wide receiver 56. So yes, I get it. I know people are excited that you have no Pittman. I know he looks good on film. I know he grades out well. But the fact of the matter is this dude averaged 8 fantasy points a game last season in his 3rd season in the league. This was no rookie. And if we look at the updated sportsbook projections on flockfantasy.com, you'll see the Indianapolis...
Nice.
Colts project to be one of the worst offenses in the league when it comes to their regression year over year. Last season, the Colts averaged 27.5 points per game, and this year they project to score 22.8. So the offense is supposed to be way worse. They just paid Alec Pierce a ton of money, and at the same time, it's a rush first team with Jonathan Taylor. Now, of course, he's decent at a certain cost. Like, I myself even have him ranked ahead of some of these draft platform ADPs. Like Sleeper is an example. Sleeper, he has an ADP of 145. He's a lot higher than that in my rankings. But actually, what we have just done with the custom draft sheets we put out there for y'all on flockfantasy.com,
I think
is we
my wide receiver
have
room is a
not
little
only
too weak
one custom
to be
rankings for your exact
saying,
league
hey,
format,
let me
whether
throw
it's
Ayuk in
an
there.
18 league, 10 team league,
He's more than
12
likely
team
a
league, 14
zero.
team league, whether you start 2 wide receivers, 3 wide receivers, full PPR, half PPR, non-PPR, over 50 custom variations for your exact league, but also for your exact draft platform. So say you are using the draft sheets on flockfantasy.com or the live draft assistance with flockfantasy.com. We'll take the average ranking of him saying be at like 95 on the site and his sleeper ADP at like 145. And instead of us telling you to take him at 95, we'll suggest that you take him at pick like a...
All right. Decent draft. McCaffrey, Brees, Swift, Kamara, Ray Davis. 8 receivers: Tet, Parker, Alex Pierce, Jacoby, Matthew Golden, Jaden Higgins, Kayshawn Booty, Malachi Fields, Brock Bowers, Schultz. Nice. Let's go. Yeah. Save. I did it. Yeah, I have done that. Whatever. All right. Appreciate y'all, boys. Gotta work soon. I'll be back tonight. Maybe I'll draft an eliminator or a fast puppy. Maybe another BBM.